Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to another episode of Higurashi. Last time, we went out searching with Otabe to, either find, uh, Takeshi? Forgot his name. Or, like, find a way back to, Okinawa for some police backup. Um, they did not find anything, and then they got in a big argument, and Otabe definitely knows what happened to the suicide people. I think it's very obvious. The question is, did he kill them? Did he just assist with the suicide? Was he supposed to be part of the suicide and chickened out? Or did someone, like, just kill them? I feel like it's not the last one, because it seems like he knew about the suicide tower from him talking about the tape and stuff. Um, I don't know, man. I don't think he's dangerous though. I think he's just like, I think it's more likely like he came to commit suicide and then he just chickened out or something, or he helped them, or I don't know, something like that, which is bad, but not like dangerous bad. Unlike Yei, who I still think is a killer. And who knows what Shion's doing? I still don't. I still have no idea. Doing some fucking voodoo shit. And Muti's just probably trying to get answers about the Great Disaster and stuff. You know, following in our dad's footsteps. But anyways, we're still in the rain. I think we're heading back because Otabe successfully stopped us from going to the suicide car, and we realized that we don't know where Shion's car is, even though Otabe knows that they walked together. So it was just kind of weird. So I decided to bring up another topic to change the mood.
なあ、乙部。そういえばお前はどっから来たの？僕ですか？東京ですけど。
Tokyo. Tokyo? Nah. Imagine if Otabe's actually from the organization. That would be the biggest plot twist I've ever seen. I would not see that coming, dude.
荒川さんも東京ですよね。ああ。
Tokyo buddies.
荒川さんっていかにも東京の人って感じですからね。生まれも育ちも東京ですか？
As soon as the topic changed, Otabe returned to a relaxed, casual tone. People become talkative when they want to hide things they're ashamed of, especially in stressful situations. We're crying. Secretly. From the city's chick... Okay, so downtown means... What does chick mean again? Cheek? I know that's like a fashion term. Cheek. Elegant and stylishly fashionable. I wonder what he means by downtown. Maybe it just means like a business area, because downtown's usually where it's stylish and fashionable, at least in Canada standards. Like the cities in Canada. Downtown's like the hub.
へえ。僕、実家は和歌山なんですよ。
Wakayama.
こっちの大学に受かってから、訛りは必死で直しましたけどね。
Tokyo University? Future alumni to the Tokyo organization?
へえ。乙部って大学生だったんだ。
Otabe fumbled over his words for just a moment, but I didn't miss it.
ああ、はい。そうなんです。荒川さんは売れっ子ライターなんですよね。すごいですね。
Otabe quickly changed the subject. I still don't like. I get it. Otabe's sus, and it's good to get the information. I don't know why Arakawa like hates this guy's guts so much. It's like that one off-putting thing. Like I don't understand not trusting him, but my dude is so aggro on him. Over like Yei, who's like more sus for me. Well, actually she's not. It's just a feeling. But Miyuki's been like hella sus. I would say more than Otabe, even though I know she's good, and he hasn't pounced at her at all. Maybe because she's scary, but still. Well, I guess I'll let it go for now. Honestly, being an adult writer sounds pretty cool. To be honest, I'd read. I'd read that if I read magazines. Magazines are kind of like a dying thing, though. Adult writers, Toronto. Can't see Toronto panel magic and the adult broken pencil. This, the secret city and adult history of Toronto. I don't really see anything. What if I put magazine? When's the last time you read a magazine? I literally can't remember. Adult detective magazine. Is that like a real magazine? God, that is the worst author description I've ever seen. Anyways, we're getting distracted. Classic.
週刊セブンの記事読みましたよ。面白かったです。なんていうか読んでいてゾクゾクしたっていうか。そいつはどうも。昔からオカルト記事ばっかり書いてたんですか？就職してた頃は結構いろんなの書いてたけど。
But I would read like an adult writer stuff if I knew a good one. Like just stories, urban legends. There's probably some good ones in Toronto or Ontario.
いいですよね。出版社楽しいですか？まあ、それなりに。
Guys, it's raining. Can we like hurry it up?
お前は卒業したらどういう方面に行くつもりなの？
Shift back to him.
卒業したらですか？
He's a dropout.
いや、何にも考えてなかったけど、出版社とかっていいですよね。憧れちゃうな。
This should have been a carefree topic, but when my flashlight periodically illuminated on the side of Otabe's face, I could see a steady stream of sweat dribbling down. And I don't think he's sweating because of the heat or humidity. Well, yeah, it's raining. I guess it's hot rain. Hot rain. This was the greasy sweat of a person struggling to keep something hidden. And his non-stop chatter made it abundantly clear he had a secret to hide. Otabe cut me off, then fled up the stone steps. He is definitely hiding something, and I'm certain it's related to the suicide party. Those doubts nagged at me as I climbed the stone steps, watching Otabe's back. Damn, a chapter break. I wish I went a little longer last session, but I think we had to rush it because it was like 3 a.m. or something. That's alright. Oh, it's a full ass chapter. Whatever. God damn it. Whatever. Sunset and newspaper article. Chiaki. Chiaki? Oh, are these the suicide people? Machito. Chiaki-san was leaning practically sideways to peer out the window, so I looked up at the sky. And she was right about that. The sky was looking a bit dark. Still, the sunset was able to paint a wide area in the bright vermilion hue. It was beautiful. Akutagawa. The driver Atutagawa under the lock, and then I opened the backseat window. So we're Machito right now, or... yeah, seems like it. As soon as I did, I could hear the faintly echoing chorus of the Higurashi, and a cool breeze blew some fresh air into the car. I could never see anything like this back in the city where I lived. This was the great big sky in the truest sense. There are no annoying buildings to block the view, and the glow of the sunset was able to reach everything I could see.
ほら、千秋さんもこっち来て見てみて。ほんと絶景だよ。ええ、本当ね。
Chiaki-san smiled bitterly as she looked up to the sky from behind my back, and I could feel the loneliness in her voice as she said that.
日暮が鳴いて、鳥が飛んで、木々が生い茂って、ここが廃村なんて、なんだか信じられないくらいだわ。
Ghost Town. Hearing those words reminded me of what we came out here to do. That's right, nobody lives out here anymore.
ねえ、乙部君。
Yep. The
どうして
friends.
この村には誰も住まなくなったか知って。
さあ、知らない。雑誌にはただの
Hey, was it our amazing?
紹介されてただけだし。
Otobe-kun was sitting in the front passenger seat, gazing at the outside scenery as he gave that half-hearted answer. Somehow he didn't seem all that interested in the place where we were heading. It seemed like his thoughts were elsewhere.
千秋さんはどうです？私もあまり知らないの。昔何か大変な事故があったってことぐらいしか。
そうか。ひなみ沢大災害のことなんて若い子は知らないんだね。
芥川さんはご存知なんですか？
ああ、20年くらい前かな。一時期大騒ぎにもなったんだよ。
大騒ぎ？
Door drop? I leaned forward and looked at the driver's seat. Akutagawa-san continued to focus on his driving, but nodded at me through the rearview mirror. Actual lore drop time.
大災害が起きる前まで、ひなみ沢は誰の関心も集めない、よくある日本の忘れられた町村に過ぎなかった。だけど、昭和58年の6月に全てが変わってしまった。
The year of the Takana.
一体何があったんですか？
村人が寝静まった深夜に突如上流の沼から猛毒の火山性ガスが発生して村の全域を飲み込んだのさ。そしてたった一夜にして2000人もの命が奪われた。
Anyone who saw the unthinkable, horrific state of the disaster with their own eyes must have been terrified of the destructive power of nature. Japan has always had a lot of volcanoes. Even though volcanic zones can have periods of inactivity, there's no guarantee how long it'll be until they release their fury. And geologically speaking, it's difficult to find a region that doesn't have any poison gases lurking underground. So it's natural for people to think it could happen in my town too, and as a result, cases of people suffering severe anxiety continue to pop up.
でも騒ぎはそれだけでは収まらなかった。
Relatives of the people from Hinamizawa village believe that the gas disaster was caused by their local god, and they started a commotion about the curse of Oyashiro-sama. And then the people who were afraid of the curse started acting possessed, engaging in strange behavior and involving surrounding people. In some cases, even carrying out bizarre murders. Those incidents only exasperated the fear and anxiety that people were feeling at the time.
お社様のたたり？
ああ、そしてそれに過剰反応する形で村の縁者を排斥しようとする差別意識と機運が
Yes.
全国に吹き荒れた。
Surely the logical choice.
実際根も葉もない噂だけで社会的な制裁を受けたり。
It's kind of funny. Well, not really, but it's kind of like the old Hinamizawa, where everyone like stayed away from them because they're demons. Kind of happened again in modern time.
今でもそこの出身というだけで就職や結婚に障害が発生した話も聞いている。
まるで異端者狩りですね。
まったくだ。そしてその騒ぎの中心になったのがここ南沢村だ。だからここは日本の歴史上から抹殺された文字通り幽霊の村なんだよ。
The bliss I was feeling until a moment ago was cast aside, and so I closed the window. Something about the air started to feel wrong, and I suddenly began feeling nauseous.
あとガスはその後も不定期に噴出を続けてね。こうして立ち入り禁止が解かれるまで20年以上もの歳月を要したんだ。さすがに今はそれもなくなっていると思うけどね。
嘘みたいね。こんな綺麗な村が少し前まで毒ガスで覆われていたなんて、私にはとても信じられない。
幽霊の村って思い出したんだけど。
Just then, Otobe spoke up while playing with his cell phone in the passenger seat.
この村出るらしいんだ。
Yeah, real and true. We saw Rita.
あっという間に
She's chilling.
滅んだせいで自分の死に気づいていない村人
She's taking a break from looping, so she's just chilling as a ghost.
そうなんだ。
Indeed, if they died so quickly that they didn't even know what was going on, their spirits might appear without ever knowing that they died. But that's alright. No matter what form they take, it's better than never seeing them again.
死者の村か。その出てくる霊ってやっぱりこの村で死んだ人限定なのかな。他のところで死んじゃったら会えないのかな。まちちゃん。
Enough of that. Either way, I'll meet them soon enough. I'm sure I'll see everyone soon. Yeet. Suicide party. It was kind of obvious, though. So something happens. Something goes wrong. I bet Otobe just like chickens out, though. Is this a yay thing? No, it's a newspaper article. Around 4 p.m. on the 24th, 911 operators received a message stating several gunshots were heard in the university hospital parking lot and a woman had collapsed. Emergency responders transported the victim to another nearby hospital, but she was already in comatose and in critical condition. It was later discovered that the woman visiting the hospital was Akane Sonozaki, the acting head of a regional mob organization known as the Sonozaki Group. The Metropolitan Police Department is investigating the incident as an attempted murder. Welp. I mean, rip Akane? I mean, she's alive with us. Kind of comes with the territory of being a mob boss, I guess. The Tokyo Metropolitan Government is also investigating its relationship to a series of conflicts over the Sonozaki Group's succession, following the death of the group's leader last year. Shion? No, there's no shot Shion would kill Akane. According to their investigation, the acting Sonozaki head was shot from behind at close range, and the bullet went through her left breast. Several shell casings were found at the crime scene, so the Metropolitan Police believe the assailants were armed with automatic handguns. After the shooting, a man around 30 years of age was seen fleeing the scene in a white car. The man was dressed in a black suit and hat, with his face obscured by sunglasses. When Metropolitan Police searched for the fleeing vehicle, they found a car matching the witness's description in a convenience store parking lot approximately 1 kilometer north of the crime scene. Police believe the man escaped from there after switching to another car. Interesting. I mean, I don't know who that could be. Am I supposed to believe that's Chasai? The toss I wanted to bone, man. The Shion Gambit. Doesn't really make sense though. Guess people can change. It's probably just like another Jade. And that's just an interesting tidbit to show that Shion's the new acting head since Akane's in a coma. Anyways, I guess let's just start the chapter. Obviously, we're not gonna end here at 20 minutes. We're back! Is everyone alive? Even if I think Ye is dangerous, you know, it's Shion with a katana and Miyuki. I think they're gonna be okay. The lights in the assembly hall were shining bright. When I entered the room, Tawada-san and Miyuki-chan were sitting across from one another. We found nothing. Tawada-san asked that with a stern look on her face. I had no choice but to quietly shake my head. He's dead. Though I think you know that since you killed him. No, I'm joking. Or am I?
ずいぶん遠くまで探したんだけど、真っ暗で何も見えねえんだよ。獣道にでも引っ張り込まれたんじゃねえかって乙部と話してたんだけど。
By demons.
引っ張り込まれたって誰にですか?
Or you?
いや、それはよくわかんねえけどさ。
We've already explained our logic last episode. I was gonna repeat it, but there's no need. You already know. Only people who could have done it. Demons or Yay. Literally. Yeah, literally. Right? No, yeah. She could be the only one who did the boyfriend, but the car thing could have been done by Miyuki. I guess technically. Right, yeah. Ye is the only person that could do anything to the boyfriend. Besides an X person, Miyuki or Ye could have moved the cars, and Otobe or Shion could have messed with the phone. Otobe's phone. The conversation was turning sour, so I sat down on the tatami for the first time. For the time being, I wasn't sure what else to tell her. Takumi. Not Takeshi. Though I said as much, I didn't believe it. I gazed at the tatami in front of me and pretended to think about something to avoid making eye contact with Tawada-san. I wasn't sure why, but somehow I had a feeling Kurosawa was no longer alive. But I realized that now wasn't the best time to say it. Probably true. I decided to set it aside for now. The rain and mud-caked hem of my pant uncomfortably clung to my legs. Will there be a tomorrow morning?
おいおい、そうじゃねえだろ。その前に今日のうちに警察に知らせねえとまずいだろ。車はなくなるわ、携帯は壊されるわ、人はどんどん消えてくわ。この調子じゃ明日の朝まで俺たちだって生きていられるかどうかもわかんねえんだぜ。
I actually think we would. But I actually think they would be fine. I think Ye killing the boyfriend is just a thing she was trying to do. It doesn't involve anyone else. Honestly, like if anyone's trying to kill someone, it's like Shion to do some whatever the fuck she's doing. I think they're like fine, and they're gonna make it worse by doing stuff. But I do wanna like learn what the fuck's happening, so go ahead. Otobe began to mumble something. I still wasn't sure why he was trying to hide what he was trying to hide, but this wasn't the time to get into it. How though? Yeah. What the fuck? New tech? Bro, the Sonozaki car idea. She walked with Otobe. Why didn't Otobe mention that they just walked together for like an hour? They walked a while, right? It's in Okinawa. It's in Okinawa. Or not Okinawa. It's in Okinawa. That's a lot. It's in Dude, imagine if it's in Okinawa. What's it called again? Whatever. The town. I don't know why I forgot what it's called now. Sonozaki-san, who was listening to the conversation from a short distance away, suddenly raised her head in surprise. She doesn't have her car here. Or it has to be like Okinawa. It's close enough. Thing is, it's at least like a distance away to Shiwata most of the way. I disagree. Nope.
こんな山の中を歩いてきたとは言わせねえぞ。
龍之介さん、そういう聞き方は。
Also, don't you think she's a ghost right now, Arakawa? I just, with all the shit that happened, it probably like passed your mind. The last sentence was essentially my way of asking you're not a ghost, right? Okay, there you go. I'm well aware that I won't get a straight answer if I ask that directly. Sonozaki-san may have laughed, but her face looked dead serious. She stood there without moving a muscle, and the sword still hanging in front of her chest. Well, why is she reacting like this? Maybe she really isn't a human being, but a ghost?
なあ、あんたの車どの辺に止めたんだ？
神社の前の道さ。
Okay, well, somewhere on the road.
石段の近くだよ。
What? But, really? Didn't we see a hint of her and Otobe like walking, like from a path? I don't know how far it was away, but she was walking from the direction of Otonomiya.
もっと村の方寄りだけどね。
Otobe fell? Otobe turned to me so as soon as he heard that, and then he whispered something so quietly that only I could hear it.
荒川さん、それってちょっとおかしくないですか？
What?
なんだよ、乙部。
That we didn't see the car?
さっき
Yeah, we didn't see the car. Well, it would make sense if someone was just yoinking the cars away, aka Miyuki. Or someone. We won't see cars.
車なんてどこにもなかったじゃないですか。
Like, am I crazy? I kind of almost want to look at the hint of them, but I don't. But, like, she walked from the direction of Otonomiya with Otobe when he was lost. And it seemed like a decent ways away.
そういや。
But whatever.
人目につかないところに止めたのさ。
Ooh, she got the camouflage web. I guess she would be discreet if the Sonozakis are being targeted. If she didn't orchestrate the hit on Shion or Akane, which I assume she didn't.
波の人間じゃ気づかないようなところにね。
What does that mean? The Sonozaki garage? But no, it's close to the shrine, so. Sonozaki-san fixated her threatening eyes straight toward mine. That moment, I felt a chill crawl up my spine. Impossible thoughts began taking concrete shapes inside my head. Sonozaki-san didn't actually drive a car here, did she? Yeah, Sonozaki was supposed to be dead, but if this person standing before me was actually a ghost inhabiting this village, that explained everything. Surely. If she was a ghost, it wouldn't be unusual for her to be walking around this village. In other words, Sonozaki-san didn't come from outside the village, so she didn't need a car. Spooky.
何かおかしなことでもあったか？
I'm spooked right now. Something odd. What are you saying? There's so many odd things about you. Why'd she introduce herself as Mion anyways? Why can't she just be Shion? My palms were drenched with sweat and my throat was painfully dry. Though I had more to say, my throat felt so strained I couldn't use it. My nervous system was shattered by this extreme tension.
一つ聞いてもいいかな？
どうぞ。
あんた
Are you? Yeah, just ask her if she's a ghost. Honestly, let's get this cleared up.
本当はどっから来たんだ
Oh my god. I mean, if it's, we know it's Xian, so she's just trying to tease the shit out of him too.
もしかして荒川は私が鬼だか幽霊だかじゃないかとでも思っているのかい？
I couldn't respond. It was clear as it was clearly just as she said. If she was a ghost, she shouldn't have any legs and wouldn't make sounds while walking, but none of those indicators were present. I quietly stared at Sonozaki-san while she stood there motionless. No matter how hard I looked, I couldn't discern anything about her true identity, but there was nothing else I could do.
龍之介さん、どうしたんですか？なんだか思い詰めた顔をしてますけど。
Listen, we're based in ghost pilled right now, okay? I heard Miki-chan's anxious voice from somewhere far away. I see. I guess it really shows on my face that I've been lost in thought. My throbbing heart gradually returned to normal. For a moment, I was at a loss for words, but I boldly spoke up anyway.
園崎さんの車本当にあるのか
Oh man, I can't, man. What's the point? Like, who cares? My dude really thinks you're a ghost. It's her fault for saying she's Mion for like no reason. Unless she's trying to be Mion, but Mion's like dead. Like on record, so like what's the point, man? I guess she's technically really Mion. So, but like, I don't know, dude. Does she just go by Mion now? Since that's who she really is.
何キロもの山道をテクテク歩いてこんな廃村に来たとでも本気で思ってるのかい？
Honestly, I thought you did. Well, I thought you came from Otonomiya. I don't know how far that is, but yeah. I didn't think anything of the sort. However, what if she was in this village from the very start? That's right, Sonozaki-san was here the whole time. So in order to disguise that, she had to refuse the request I made earlier. Letting me borrow her car wasn't an unreasonable request. What if it's like a fancy car, dude? The idea that Sonozaki-san was a ghost repeated over and over inside my head, and it was getting stronger. Then, what should I do now? Borrowing Sonozaki-san's car was no longer an option. I had to come up with another plan. In the end, was walking the only option? Down a mountain road with no streetlights on a night like this?
わかったよ。車を取ってくりゃいいんだろ。
Sonozaki-san abruptly rose to her feet as she said that, then began carefully walking forward. Her car really exists? She's not a ghost? Who would have thought? No, that can't be! Restlessness consumed my heart as I watched her walk off. Given the current situation, there was a distinct possibility Sonozaki-san would never return here again. Was she trying to escape somewhere on her own and leave us behind? Or was she keeping us confined here, intent on picking us off one by one?
園崎さん
You ghost!
あんたちゃんとここへ戻って
Just ask her if she's a ghost. Honestly, man.
車取ってきたらそのままいなくなっちまうってことはないよな
It would be funny, though.
ずいぶんな疑われようだね。
Yeah, my guy is bugging out, even though, to be fair, everyone here is suspicious, so I don't actually blame him too much. Also, he's probably getting some symptoms of the Hinamizawa syndrome, but he is bugging.
心配なら見張ってりゃいいだろ。
Okay, ride with Mion?
私と一緒に来るかい？
I was completely baffled by Sonozaki-san's offer. Unbelievable. I never expected she'd ask me to come along. So, what on earth am I gonna do? Feeling lost, I turned back toward Miyuki-chan. She looked dazed for a moment, but then her eyes widened and she nodded to me. Yeah?
私はここ こで待ってますよ。十和田さん、もう少しここで休んでいた方がいいと思いますから。
Well, it's a little awkward because if we go with Mion, leaving Miyuki and Tawada here is a little sketchy because I think Tawada's the killer. Or a killer. Or crazy.
ですよね。私は。いいの、大丈夫。一緒にここにいましょう。
But on the other hand, riding with Shion? Hell
ここで
yeah.
二人で龍之介さんたちが戻ってくるのを待ってますから。はい。
Tawada-san appeared vexed by Miyuki-chan's suggestion, but she nodded in agreement.
そうだ。
What about Otabe? I stole a quick glance at Otabe as I pondered that. You don't wanna bring stuffed Satoshi with us? Otabe was irritatingly indecisive, but the fact that I instinctively wanted to know others' opinions might have shown I wasn't all that great at making decisions either. That is true, I guess. Sure enough, Otabe was looking back and forth between myself and Sonozaki-san at a total loss for what to do. Classic Otabe. Yeah, if the sun comes up, I'll disappear. Based. Sonozaki-san slipped on her sandals, popped open her old-fashioned umbrella, and started walking toward the shrine gate in the pouring rain. Me come too. Ah, I need to make a decision. I caught out to Sonozaki-san from behind. And that's our cue to end the video, I guess. Will we stay or will we go? I know we're gonna like look up what to do because we want the true ending. I don't know. I feel like the actual right answer is to stay, so Miyuki doesn't get killed by Yei or something. But also, like, what can you actually learn from going with Sonozaki? I guess learning that she's Shion and stuff. I feel like, how bad are these endings? Do people actually die, or do we just not get the full truth? Because I feel like, how are we gonna get all the backstories? Well, I don't know how much there is left. Anyways, whatever. Thank you guys for watching. Little short one for you. But again, short notice. Real life's been a little busy too. And I don't know why Higurashi always gets put in the backwood, but don't worry, because next episode will be. I'm assuming we're like pretty close to finish, because I think the game will end when it hits the next day. I don't think we're gonna have like a next day. It'll probably end there. So yeah, but yeah. Anyways, this art's actually like super fun. It feels like a completely different story, and I'm still like not entirely sure what's happening in the Sonozaki stuff mainly. Like, I have my suspicions for Yei and Otabe, but I still have no fucking idea what Shion's doing with the ghost Rika with a sword that's not the OP sword and some scroll. Like, what is happening? But I'm sure we'll find out sometime. But until then, see ya.